If you are a real estate photographer and you're spending more time in front of your computer instead of shooting houses, then you should keep watching this video. I know we've all been there, spending 3-4 hours or even more a day. That used to be me too. Now I only spend a couple hours doing a final quality check and doing same day delivery to my clients. Now I finish my photo shoot, I upload my photos, and by the time I get home, the pictures are already edited. I just need to do a final quality check and send them to my client. I've been testing AutoHDR for 4 months already. This is not just the first time that I'm using it. I've been testing it for a couple months now. So I'm gonna show you my process and how this has changed my business. We are in AutoHDR now. This is the main home screen. Here is how you can upload your pictures. Usually I upload them on my phone, but let's just do a quick test on how you can upload your pictures here. I'm just gonna drag them there. I'm just gonna say this is a test, and they're gonna upload here. Once they upload, we're gonna see a notification, and they're gonna be ready in about 30 minutes. So we can come back to this later. The pictures are ready, so let's take a look at them. These were my original pictures. As you can see, it was a pretty cloudy day here in Ohio. I think it did a pretty good job at replacing the sky. Pretty consistent between photos. Here we can also see a pretty cloudy day. This is exterior. I honestly really like it. So now I edited a couple pictures on Lightroom. So I'm gonna show you how I would have edited the photos. Here are my original brackets, like I showed you before. It was a pretty cloudy day. I already edited this photo. I haven't done the sky swap yet, so let's do that real quick. Let's send this to Photoshop now. Sky replacement. And this one is a regular sky swap, so I'm just gonna choose something more normal. I'm gonna select that one. So let's do a quick comparison of both photos. Left is the one I edited, right is AutoHDR. AutoHDR is actually brighter than mine. You can see the house, the colors are very similar. My sky swap wasn't really good, so it's kind of blending in onto the house, but that's because I did it real quick. Otherwise it would have taken me probably more than 5 minutes to perfect it. I like the HDR better on this one. So let's go back to Lightroom. Now this is another example of a hard picture. Let's go to AutoHDR so we can see the inputs. House was pretty dark. There wasn't really much lighting in the living room. We had orange overcast from the bedroom, a lot of light coming in from the kitchen, but not much light over here. So this was AutoHDR photo. I like it, but at the same time it could have a little bit more color, but it did a pretty good job at getting rid of the orange overcast. This is my picture. So now let's make a comparison of both photos. This one, I think I'm gonna choose mine, but let's see another example. So here is the living room. Really big windows. Left is AutoHDR, right is the one I edited. I honestly prefer the AutoHDR better. Floor is closer to its true color and it does a pretty good job on the window pulls. I did take a flash shot of this one so I could get a window pull. I just haven't done it yet. But again, taking out your flash, taking an extra photo, then having to use both Lightroom and Photoshop to edit the picture just to get the window pulls, versus AutoHDR, you can just get it straight out of here with no extra time and no extra software. So this one, I'm gonna say AutoHDR wins. Here is another good example of a window pull. AutoHDR did a pretty good job at keeping the paint color really close to its original, plus did a pretty good job at the window edit. I edited the photo in general, but didn't do a good window pull. Again, AutoHDR would be the winner on this one. Now let's see the kitchen. I do like the window on the Auto HDR edit, which is the left side, but I do prefer my colors on the right side. So let's see what other cool things we can do with Auto HDR. In this picture, there was a neighbor's car right here, so we can just go to the Auto Remove tool. I think it did a pretty good job at removing the truck and even filling in the details around the garage door. Pretty good. Have the fireplace. We can go AI re-edit. I'm gonna tell it add fire to the fireplace. Generate. It's ready. I don't know if I love that, but let's re-edit and see. Add subtle fire to the fireplace. Okay, so the second re-edit looks way better. I like that. So now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets very interesting for our business. I'm comparing the workflow with a manual edit versus Auto HDR. So for one photo shoot, it will take me about 2 hours of editing, 20 minutes of calling photos, and I'm gonna say nothing for quality assurance because that's already included in here. Delivery, I would usually deliver my photos next day or 2 days after a shoot. Considering these 2 hours of editing in an average order value of $200, I'm gonna say my cost of a manual edit was around $300 versus Auto HDR. My photos are ready in 30 minutes and it only takes me about 20 minutes or 30 minutes max to review my pictures, and I can deliver same day to my clients. And my cost is around $12 for 30 pictures. I usually deliver 30 pictures with my basic package. So by switching to Auto HDR, I'm saving tons of time on editing, which allows me to take on more shoots per day, which increases my revenue every day. So for me personally, one of the biggest benefits has been being able to deliver same day without feeling the pressure of having to edit every single night. So my clients are happy because they're getting quick turnaround, and I'm happy because I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. And that's just on the editing side. One thing that I was not expecting to use as much is AI Twilight and AI Staging. These two can help you increase your average order value with not too much extra work, honestly. So overall, I don't think AI is gonna replace editors or photographers. I think it can help us to leverage our time, spend less time behind a computer, and spend more time actually growing our business. So now, tell me, what do you think of AI editing? Is this something you would use in your business, or do you think manual editing is still for the win? Let me know in the comments.